welcome to the Deltahead stream. I am James Howell, and tonight we are doing Legacy of Kain, Defiance, Part 6. And I think we are creeping ever closer to completing this. 1 second, I did not send out the tweets on the... here, there. Alright. Cool. Good. Those are out. Twitter be gone. To the nightmare realm. To which you belong! So, going to do part 6. I'm hoping we get to a particularly juicy part of the game, which is the culmination of everything that has been stewing between Raziel and Kain since Kain first threw Raziel into the spinning vortex of water that consumed his living form, or his unliving form. There seems to be 2 tiers of unlife and 1 tier of life. Although one could argue this has been stewing between them ever since Kain, brought Raziel back from the dead from his Seraphan self. But, quick pregame show here. It's been a fine week for reading and engagement. That is one thing that I sometimes hear people discuss media consumption, and I think of it more as engagement, because you encounter it, you take what's necessary, you let the rest go. You do not consume, which actually consumption kind of works that same way with nutrients, but there's kind of a capitalistic sort of overtone to it that I feel like doesn't quite work for, just roving curiosity. Continuing to read the Foundation series, I finished Foundation and Empire, which feels necessary plot-wise, felt like it could be trimmed and still have the same, if not a better impact, because it absolutely sets up a delicious first half of Second Foundation. It just feels like it just sort of dragged on a little bit. My favorite Star Wars are the first one, and Return of the Jedi, and The Empire Strikes Back is set up for the really good part, so you can't have Return of the Jedi without The Empire Strikes Back. So I get it. It's necessary. But still, maybe it could be shortened a little bit. Apologies to anybody who loves The Empire Strikes Back. So I am in the second half of Second Foundation, and am just loving going through it. I'm not sure if I'm going to jump into the broader Foundation novels. That's I think I will be sated with Asimov right now after I read that, because after that I am jumping off onto something I have not read in a very long time, since easily undergrad, which is Terry Pratchett's Mort, which read Pratchett in middle school in undergrad, right? that in between educational moment. I went to the local bookstore to see if they had any more, but they don't. It was crazy. But then I remembered happily that I still had this old copy kicking around, and I think that I have not read ever a single copy of anything by Douglas Adams or Terry Pratchett that has not been just sort of... it looks like it has been viciously used, but in fact, given the quality of the paperbacks, means it just has been read once or twice. It's been in the bottom of somebody's book bag for maybe a week. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to getting back into the Discworld universe. And pick this up at Pink Gorilla Games, which is a fantastic local game store that I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but this is... I'm kind of give you a thing there. You can see it. It's Charumera. It is a game where you are an old man and you have a ramen stand and a ramen cart, and you go around Tokyo and you deliver ramen to people. And it's sort of a business sim puzzle game kind of thing, but it's got the cloakings of a very charming, idyllic, very very chill atmosphere. And it's a very chill and relaxing game. I think that'll be fun to play on stream sometime as sort of a stinger. And I got this today from Scarecrow. This is fantastic. This is you can tell this is from when they had a different kind of organization. It's kind of nice. You can sort of look at the tree rings on this one. So there's this label here for Scarecrow. Then you've got this label here for Scarecrow, and then clearly they have their digital distribution, digital archiving system that this fits into. But yes, the One-Eyed Swordsman. It is a Tonga Sazin story. Tonga Sazin is a character that showed up repeatedly in a lot of Japanese film and literature from like the early 1900s and still to the present. It's kind of a recurring character, kind of like Zatoichi, the blind swordsman. And the story for Sazin is that in a moment of betrayal, he was betrayed, and which happens in those moments, as you might imagine. And he lost an eye and lost an arm, and was obviously left for dead, which is kind of what happens when your enemies do that to you. And he, of course, recovered because he is a character, and this is not supernatural. He recovered and came back and is, of course, now just viciously superior to everybody who possibly could come along. He was already great in the beginning, but losing some of his faculties made him even better, and probably because he came back from the grave, which obviously gives you I guess an advantage of fortitude over all of those cowards who didn't have the guts to die and come back. And on that note of those hardy souls that have the guts to die and come back, we can jump into Legacy of Kain Defiance, because, well, we're not with Raziel. That transition would have been perfect with him. But we're at Kain. We're at Kain, and we are trying to find the way forward through portals that are connecting all of the elemental temples that Raziel went through to upgrade his Reaver. So, where's the controller? The thing with the buttons that I poke. Hold on a second. I forgot that. Alright. Yes, this is absolutely part of the deal. This is not the PC version, though now I would not even be able to access the PC version because it is actually taken off Steam, I think. So, let's see. Let me turn the TV over. And get the iPad up for chat. My Japanese studies have slacked a little bit over the past few months, and oftentimes when that happens, I find that changing venues or changing study strategies helps. So even though I got picked up Duolingo, and will be pursuing that until it reaches about the level of sophistication and detail or difficulty that the Rosetta Stone software has, and I find that by using that different method, it can it allows me to access the information that I already know in a different way, and therefore sort of reinforces it and makes me a little more mentally flexible, and that's pretty useful. Poke. There we go. All right. We're off. Is that Kain's insignia on top of Raziel's? I've never paid attention to that before, so I wonder. Let me turn down the volume in the headset. Oh. Yeah, that was much too loud. So I am hoping that part of my struggle to make it through the temple at the end of the last stream owed to a little bit of impatience sort of clouding my perception, because I was, I was hoping I could get to a next waypoint before the end of the stream, but that was not to be, and also kind of expect that whether now or later I'm going to have to fight these dudes. So I'm not sure if the goal here is straight progression. Let's let me go there. No. If the goal is straight progression, if that's what Kain needs to do, or if there's an item I need to get. Gut says progression. Okay. Can I set this on fire? Is that something I can do? No, it does not appear to want to take that. Weird thing to hear in the distance. So there's that. What is that? Evening, Space Hamlet. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming by. As long as you are able. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And congratulations on your gig. That's very exciting, and I'm very happy for you. Do I fight you? What do you want me to do? I am trying to decide, trying to figure out what the future shape of the stream looks like is still something I'm kind of in the middle of. Getting it back to a regular appearance on Saturdays for even a little bit to make it through Defiance has been a good middle place to be, though I'm trying to do something a little more something that is as nourishing for the project as it used to be. But what that looks like yet, I don't know. I am pleased that I did get enough subscribers in whatever the last oh, hello. Did not know there were enemies here. In whatever the last period is for getting subscribers, that Twitch gave me money, and that was nice, and I'm fine to continue doing that. Gobble? Yes. Yeah, that really pleased me, and also surprised me greatly because that was actually some of my period of greatest inactivity. But I am grateful to anybody who subscribed during that time to bring it there. So, for anybody who did that, who is watching the VOD or is here presently, thank you. Oh, you're already down, so that did nothing. Evening, Dreambalm. It's good to see you. So, the presence of enemies suggests, yes, this is a way forward. How are you tonight, Dreambalm? Still have dramatic music. Can I do anything with this? Can I TK it? I cannot. So this looks like this is purely Raziel's level. Nothing for Kain here. And probably the same over here, but let's just poke it just to see. Nope. Later, Space Hamlet. Have a good night. May the tips gather unto you like so many experience orbs, telekinetically drawn to the protagonist as they are littered in the environment after slaying their customers. Which is what I assume you will be doing. Stayed up way too late? Well, I'm sorry for any inconveniences that caused, but I'm grateful that you're around, so thank you for coming. I mean, I've never tended bar, but I assume that that is where, you know, where bar fights originate, which would be the bartenders needing to engage the proper customers in random encounter melee combat so they can get their pay. And if that is not how they work, well, frankly, I think it's how they should. This seems active. What? Weird. Can I... There we go, that's it. So that seems active in the background, but clearly there's nothing there. Maybe I can telekinetically hit something. These kind of look like the pressure plates I've hit in the past, but if they are, then it'll lock on, which it's not doing. So I think Kain had... I think he had a comment the last time I looked at that thing. And, you know, if I don't find what I'm supposed to do here after the next, like, 5 minutes of borking around, I am, gonna look it up. Wait, this is where I started. Okay. This is a dead end? This is a dead end. Wonder if this is where I came through, because it does have a checkpoint marker here. This is okay. This is where I started my save from. This is... What does this do? What is... Have I climbed up here? I don't think I've climbed up here before. Maybe this is gonna do the thing I need it to do. Wait, I think this actually just dropped me back here. Okay, that's a circle. So, are these pieces of a puzzle that Raziel put together? Are they awaiting him? Because this is the past. Awaiting him, rather. Because this is... Oh, yes! Alright. Basketball. Chomp. Carved stone skull. That is a nice, choppy, hard rhythm to it. I believe there is a... There we go. That's who I'm thinking about. There's actually a guy over there by the door who is not activated yet. I guess it must be very tempting if that is the kind of ambush posture you have to tempting to just fall asleep. Ah, whiff. There we go. Gobble. That do it? Yeah. So many large thrones jutting out from the walls in every room. Rusted scales. Excellent. I want to hear Simon Templeton say this.
Carved stone skull.
Yeah. He's got the choppy rhythm down.
Rusted scales.
Oh man, I hope you didn't lose anything data-wise. We had a major power outage around here a few days ago. The Seattle area infrastructure isn't built to handle a lot of very strong wind and harder elements. The kind of rain that we're used to is more misty than deluge. And excellent. Is that water? That's water. That will kill me, so I don't do that. So yeah, we had some pretty hard winds that that knocked out some sort of conduit. Several days ago, and the entire block for like thousands of people were out of power because of some hard winds. Okay. So okay, so this looks like there's something I could... No, that's actually underwater. I can't do that. There's a save point there, so I wonder if they're expecting me to make this mistake that I'm about to make. So let's make it. Oh, the camera angle changed. Okay. Yep. It's definitely not the thing to do. It is a small variable to cause a power outage. That's actually one of the things, from a civil engineering angle, one of the things that is very interesting to me. Oh, there we go. Because the vulnerabilities of a given area are almost always things that the natural environment is not prepared to handle. So you have like areas in the American Southeast, snow that it baffles many folks from the north that the amount of snow that it takes to just pull society to a complete grinding halt. But you know, the reality of that is that snowplows and salt and that sort of thing for the roads are not things that are invested in because they're not normal problems. Oh, it's probably going to push me off. Oh, it resets my position. That solves that problem.
The third fragment of the balance emblem endowed the Reaver with the elemental power of lightning.
Nifty. It really is. Yeah. In South Carolina one year, there was an especially heavy snowstorm that this wasn't even civil infrastructure. This was just nature. The trees around there they have not sort of evolved to be able to handle the kind of weight that a lot of snow puts on the branches. And just one major snowfall caused so many trees to fall down. and I probably could have made some good pocket change if I had chosen to do so by going around the neighborhood with a chainsaw and an axe, but the old Boy Scout in me felt that that would be opportunistic and wrong-minded, so I just did it for free. Seriously! Oh, wow. There we go. Ready to go. Chomp. Having spent much of my many of my younger years in Germany, I got my fair share of quite a bit of that, such that skiing was not a luxury thing, but just something you could do normally. And a few years in New England has given a sense memory of heavy snowfall as well. I actually wonder if it is a pleasant thing to experience, if it is not something that you are particularly, have fond memories of. It seems like a particularly... That is an accurately thrown knife. Bonk. I really want to win this battle. Let me see if I can get a little closer. Can I? No, there's just a little bit of stuff in the way. Now I know I have line of sight on them, but that apparently does not map to how things work in third person. Interesting. Well, no, dude, grab them. Oh wait, no, I'm doing the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. There we go. Just gonna do this so I can charge up my lightning reaver here. There we go. Now we get to find out what this thing does. Oh, cool. Evening, Rocks. It's good to see you. Yeah, no, slowly but surely making it through Defiance, and we have. I've gotten so many power-ups for both Kain and Raziel. I can only imagine that we are near the end, at least in the 4th act. So I think we might be near the end soon. So I'm kind of remembering... I can't go this way. I'm kind of remembering a dead end that I reached in this temple that had a balance emblem slot that I'm gonna need to... I gotta fight this dude, huh? Yep. That I'm gonna need to complete. Whoop. Drag him out to the center. Ugh. hit decharge your thing? I don't think it does. I think it's just time-based. But let's say at this rate... That does not work on him. Gotcha. A storm that... What intensity of storm would make you hide under the table? I'm actually curious to know. Zap. Gotta admire the optimism of all these low-level grunts. And by the low-level grunts, I mean specifically the last one or two remaining in an ambush, because one has to imagine if one has just watched all of your comrades bite the dust to a single combatant, there's got to be some rationalization going on as to what your odds of victory are. Oh. Can I TK you? I cannot. Oh. Is, got a shield of some kind? I can do this all day, buddy. Oh god, it worked. That's great. Let's, eat from the free blood pool. Yes, nuts. Those two emblems I overlooked right at the start. Again, I think this is, again, as I said at the start, a case of my impatience in the previous stream leading me to overlook something crucial at the start. Now I've got to do two of these monsters at the same time. Oh, these guys. And yeah, that's, I have to say I have done better with this particular problem playing these games, for me, in this installment rather than the other ones. And I'm not sure if that means I'm learning better. Oh wow, they can injure each other. Yeah. This is how we're gonna do this. Wonder what the damage to each other for their own weapons is relative to my attack. Let's bring you guys closer together. Pretty good, it looks like. mildly clever for figuring that out and then implementing it. Gotcha. Is there free post-game snacks? There we go. Good. But yeah, I don't know if this means that I've gotten better at reading the series design or if it has become simpler to read. We will never know. Excuse me? Yeah. My guys, you're killing my momentum. There we go. Yeah, I got a good Ve Victus. I haven't heard enough of that for a death cry. Although, actually, I guess I have been feeding off them more than charging up the Reaver. So, I guess not even Kain can talk well with his mouth full. Oh, that is cool. When the Reaver's fully charged up, it has a passive ability of damaging everything that can complete a circuit. How are you tonight, Rox? Anybody up there who I can bring down? Appears not. But that is the way back, which I do not need to go. There's nothing to do with the balance emblem in here. And I think the same is true here as well. Correct. So that leaves this. I don't remember this leads to the same dead end. I think it might. No, this is unique. Good, good, good. Okay, these are all the murals that Raziel has commented on already. And here's my dude to fight. Are there two of them? Can I use them against each other? I sure hope so. Oh, their attacks track me, so that is less. Let's see. But maybe yet. Probably is not a good idea just to tank these guys like I did the last time. Okay. I don't think there's any way to attack them to bring down their shield. I think it's just a time thing. What am I attacking? I think there's an enemy on the other side of that wall that I keep targeting, and that's taking my TK attacks. Yeah, good. Yes? Die? Death. Yes. Good. Let's see, who is out here? Who keeps taking... There you are! Stop confusing my vampire savior. One of the ironies of getting lost in areas like this is, I think it is generally agreed upon that letting the player get lost and then wander around for a couple of hours is going to lead to less player retention, less audience retention now, so it is less likely to be something that people are just kind of okay with. And it is a direct result of being lost and wandering around and being dedicated to finding a solution that I remember these places so well, and is in fact a major part of the nostalgia that I have for these games, for the levels and getting inside the spaces and feeling good feelings about it. Because like with everything, like, you know, like relationships, school, circumstances, whatever, you tend to remember the good things rather than the bad ones. And so you get into these spaces, you feel good nostalgia, and that is something that has been bought at the cost of some frustration. Go. This has a remarkable lack of area music. It's ominous. It sounds like Raziel Otherworld Soul ambience. Okay. So, something needs to go there. That is something I can use right now. And I guess that's just for that usage. Okay, that's a wall I can climb over. This is probably a place I loop around to come back to. Oh, hi. Victus? Ah, not even a villainous chuckle. There we go. That's showing some spirit. Okay. So this is a way forward. Might this be a temple that I need to return to? In order to progress, probably I need to get whatever orb goes into that sort of spherical kind of dais, that spherical holder. So maybe advance through that gate. Yeah, definitely advance to this gate, then come back. This seems new. Do I know what I'm jumping to? Or is this where I started? Have I horribly backtracked? I've necessarily backtracked. Okay, there is a door in this area that needs the balance emblem. I'm kind of remembering. Is this the chamber with all the chairs at the top? It is. Victus? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Oh, that's cool. He's got a sinister sounding version. I dig it. Gut says I don't need to go that far back. I think bat form in that direction is too far. Or is it? You know, I'm just going to go over there and take a look and see if maybe this is a different area than I think it is. It just looks similar. I am not confident I'm going in the right direction, so I'm going to call myself lost here, and look this up. Defiance, lightning. There are several games named Defiance that also involve lightning. Emblem. Oh wow, it's an IGN walkthrough from 2012. That's a throwback. These two greater shadows, emblem to destroy the seal, angelic golem, destroy the seal, demonic golem. Oh, those two statues. That's they're angels and devils, respectively. So that's the theme they're going off of. I did not pick that up from their design, but it makes sense. Go back to the Citadel. Go all the way back across the Citadel until you reach the seal. Use the emblem to unlock the grate. Okay, so this is like the third time I have backtracked all the way to this area, thinking that it is possibly the way forward. Maybe they should have just sealed that off, because I can imagine somebody, just at the time this was released, just kind of like making that mistake routinely, as I have, and then paying for it. Which I guess is maybe a lesson about, you know, leaving the world open and having an open world design, but actually having a linear progression. Which makes me wonder if they did intend to have more more side mission type things, type elements in the game that would have justified those sorts of backtrackings. This is it. Is that it? That is not it. That's it.
A new area of the vampire citadel lay open. I still had much to discover.
Vorador's mansion. All right. We're in store for some revelations. I believe this would be the swamp that we went through in Soul Reaver 2. Or at least the same location.
Nestled deep in the Black Forest, Vorador had once held court over a private kingdom, as decadent as it was depraved. Now, all was still. I hoped I had not arrived too late.
This place is in very good shape for a decadent, depraved kingdom fallen on hard times. But lovely. I really like the architecture and the inset, the sort of like thing that I'm looking at. The word is escaping me right now, but I like that. It's not something that I often see in mansion designs in games. See that right there? That's the live Raziel mobility that I wish they had. That I wish they had sort of like bound into the combat a little more. Oh, well, I have a trick for this. Oh, that's nifty. I like that the actual death scream is what helps you to progress, rather than this sort of a door being mystically bound to these creatures' life forces. That's neat. I like that. Alright. Gotta go through as a ghost. Oh, there's Vorador. And feel the presence of much lore. Is there a resurrection point? Yes! Is that a stained glass picture of Raziel up there? Oh, that attack will never cease to amuse. That's their I am running around dying on fire animation too. Oh wow, I guess when you die on fire you don't have a soul. Well, I don't think Raziel, it doesn't quite have his haircut, it does have his color palette, but it might not be enough to rightly think that that is him. I love that door and skulk animation. As though he is still trying to be stealthy. Does Raziel have a cool catchphrase when you do a soul steal? I don't think so. I guess that is one of the benefits of being a world savior vampire, that you get a neat Latin catchphrase as part of the boot. One would think that if Raziel were spending so much time in that sort of purgatorial realm of the Elder God, might have thought of something by now. Looks like nothing. Do I need the Fire Reaver for this? Or is this a Kain puzzle? Oh no, there we go.
This pool seemed related to the portals which had transported me into the vampire ruins, but its surface was disturbed by the spouting of these gargoyles.
Gotcha. 100% sure what the winning move is on when they slam on the ground. I don't feel like there's a good downward attack that hits them reliably. Actually, yeah, it might just be generic or repeated stained glass window art, because that looks like the same angel design that just with a different color palette. I need air weaver here. I know they're kind of...
This mural was similar to one I had seen before in the fountain room.
This would... Oh, hi. Whoa, I've not seen guys like this before. They're escalating. Okay, they're reflecting my TK blasts. Interesting. So, water down there. These things relevant? They seem not to be. Yeah, I believe Kain saw a complete version of that as well. And, okay, so there are victims here. Oh, wow. I didn't know Raziel could steal the souls from the condemned and imprisoned as well. There we go. So... what? Yeah. Huh. Gobble their souls. I can take those.
This door clearly required some artifact before it would open.
Oh wow, that's oh shoot, what's her name? Ariel? Ariel, I think. Evening, Iceman Dan. Well, I hope so, and by that I mean I hope both that it takes your mind off the Maple's loss, and also I hope that you do see him solving puzzles instead of me just running around in circles. Maple's loss notwithstanding, how are you tonight? Oh, that was neat. Oh. Well, sorry, ma'am. I did not mean to devour your soul. I thought I was going to be taking the soul of my slain enemy, but no. Let's see if I can do that again. No, seems not. Whoop. Sorry, ma'am. I actually don't want to take the souls of the imprisoned. Raziel seems, even if it is for the sake of his own delusion, does seem a little more justice-oriented and less opportunistic than Kain. So it feels a little out of character for him. Oh, nice! Oh, man. If you're reading Canticle for Leibowitz for the first time, you were in for a treat. And I wish you happy, happy reading. Can I open door? Yes, I can. Canticle is excellent. I mentioned kind of during the pregame show that I am onto Second Foundation, which after you read Canticle, I recommend the Foundation trilogy. It goes by pretty quickly. Asimov's style is pretty breezy and digestible, so they really like this motif. So it. I think that with Foundation, specifically the first one, you will see, not parallels, but you'll see kind of what they have in common. Oh, nice. Well, I mean, between the two fictional worlds, Canticle for Leibowitz is my favorite. Miller has a lot of heart that Asimov doesn't, which is fine. They're different authors and different strengths. Asimov's does things that Miller's doesn't as well, but the heart is a winning point for me. Whoop. All right. I got to say, this area right here feels very much like an Uncharted level. This place was so well preserved following the destruction of the vampires until Raziel showed up. Oh no! Oh, I hope that was intended. Post-apocalyptic narratives are great. I agree. I am also a fan. So if I fall down there, as I just did, hopefully that means that this thing here descends back. Surely that destroyed statue will get me back up. So I broke out of the window, and something smashed the ground. Is this it? Do I have to run all the way back around? That seems plausible. climb anything over here. Fly over there from here. I was worried about this. The consequence of missing that jump. Those are some brooding bird demons. Yeah, Vorador's mansion is super gothic. I like the intricacy of the design, especially following the very rubble-focused. Can I go through here? Sort of very rubble-focused architecture of the ruined citadel, and also the snowy mountain areas. The precision of much Gothic and Baroque architecture is very pleasing to me, as I think is some of the appeal to Ario, who is a sometimes frequent. So I don't think that's a phrase you can really say. Who sometimes shows up on stream and is a longtime friend who has written much about the architecture in games, especially ones that have a Gothic aesthetic, like the Souls games and the Castlevania series. Pains me to admit, but I might need to go all the way back up and around? Yeah, no, it's also a shame. Oh, hey, cool, you can see the Pillars of Nosgoth in the distance. This would also be very much right up Space Hamlet's alley. He had to go to work tonight. Let's stop by briefly. Because he has read much of this game's aesthetic as being almost in anticipation of the Souls games environments, and I think this would fit quite nicely into that appreciation. Is there anything different in the Netherrealm I can take advantage of before I go all the way back up there? Absolutely do not want to fight you. I'm platforming, sir. Yeah, they do. They do require a lot of patience and observation and very slow going. Bloodborne was much more immediately in my sort of line with my tastes off the bat than the Souls games, because of its pace and because progression seemed pretty availably. Pretty available to the player in terms of like where to go next. Later, chumps. Now, I know I saw this thing rise back up when I went from the Netherrealm back into the Spirit Realm, which makes me think that it has to be used in some way as a platform for getting back up there. I'm not seeing it. This curving smoke with the direction of the wind. it's all curving. That's cool. Oh, well, they're still here. Alright, guys, clear out. I need to look around here. You guys infinitely spawning. I think you are infinitely spawning. I want to be able to look around this area. Jump up this way. The only thing that prevents me from just giving up and going back all the way around is that on several occasions, the solution to a problem in progression has been right at hand, and I've just overlooked it. So I'm trying to kind of lean into that that pattern of mistake, and look for what in the immediate environment will solve my problem, but I'm just not finding it. Alright, I guess all the way back up and around it is. I agree. The platforming puzzles are a bit opaque, and even in the absence, like, I'm kind of fine with them being less chatty and fewer kind of nudges to the player on what you need to do to progress. Verbal nudges. I'm just gonna not attack these guys. But the more modern, well, at least I see it more frequently. Modernly, sort of design style of having the objects relevant to your progression in a different color. I'm thinking Resident Evil 8 specifically, because it tags everything yellow that you need to interact with to move forward, and I believe Last of Us does the same thing. And I also think that... What?
These gargoyles were effigies of the vampire's enemies. In the corresponding murals, they were impaled by heroic vampire warriors. Perhaps this was a clue.
I haven't seen this before. So that's good. Do I need to stick something in there? Do I have anything that looks like that? Is that light? Okay, I might need to fetch an object and place it there. Yeah, these are different symbols and correspond with the different vampires defeating their enemies. So that door over there is the one that I went through before. I'm going to go through the other door now, see if this gets me anything. Oh, there's a respawn point there. So next time, if I fall, I am just going to die so I can respawn there. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Panda is indisposed. He might not make his routine appearance on the stream right now. Is relaxing with such intensity as only a cat can that to disturb him, I feel, would be criminal. Okay. You go away. I don't want to fight any of you. Later, Gators. I agree. I mean, judgment falls hard on those who do. Alright, so I'm seeing this same insignia, and I'm seeing the same mural here, so I'm guessing this path grants me access to whatever object I need to unlock that one gargoyle. What? Okay, to get to the physical realm. I don't believe that fighting these guys is really worth my time, because I don't think I get enough from it to really justify the time spent doing so. Running through the forest looking... There we go.
This mysterious chamber was clearly significant. Perhaps I would finally find the elusive Vorador within.
Kind of looks like Vorador with very exaggerated ears. Who's... Oh, yes, you. No! I wish not to interact with your puzzles. And still he lives. There we go. So what does this do for us now? Let's switch over to fire. Okay. Do I have to light these in the proper order? Gut's giving me a firm maybe. Oh, can I just go through it? That would be an excellent deterrent. To have a menacing door that is not actually unlocked, that is not actually locked, that has what appears to be a very complicated Myst-like adventure game puzzle in front of it, that in fact has no solution because it is just a decoy, so you can send adventurers wandering around the landscape trying to find the solution without knowing that they could just simply open the door. That would be fun. I am okay cheesing these guys. Wow, they really, pun unintended, do hot-footed when they're on fire. Pun unintended, but kept. These guys don't even rip the corpses off of them once they manifest in the world. That's how you can tell the difference between a true professional and mooks. Mooks are just like, I'll take whatever character model you can give me, whereas real professionals and heroes, they demand something a little more custom tailored to their personalities. Okay. So in my brain, the story of progression that I am following is I need to find... So there are two puzzles I'm looking at right now. There's the one with the gargoyles and the portal that seem to require emblems associated with the different murals. And then there's this other one down there with the gas pots that are kind of spewing up flammable gas. And I'm not sure which one should be my priority. I guess we'll find out. So I gotta get in there. Can I do anything about this? Something I can drag. And grab this and spin it. That is something I've learned I need to do. I cannot do that. Let's go back to this greenhouse area. Is there anything here that I've missed? Crap, Raziel can take those stairs like 10 million at a time. I thought Twin Snakes, Solid Snake could run upstairs at a good clip. Does this well have any secrets for me? I'm genuinely confused about what the game wants me to do, so I'm actually going to look this one up as well, so we can kind of move things along. So, fire insignias are identical, but these blue ones look like birds that are all wrapped up. Fountain room. Use the updrafts to fly up. You'll get to the meat of the puzzle. Open the door with the airlock first. Head downstairs to the catacombs. You'll encounter the vampire revenants. Kill them to go spectral. Jump into the water. Kill the 2 archons. Face the gate. Alright, I did not do that. And if that is the order of operations, I'm going to backtrack and go do that. My kingdom for a bead of light that runs along the ground to tell me where to go. I'm so confused. We are going to need to open locks with the material reavers, and we do not need to deal with you guys. Later. Yes, exactly. Okay. I'm also thinking, the game... No. The game that has the most, visceral version of that my senses remember is Dead Space, which has the thing where Isaac's suit, he kind of like takes his hand and kind of does a little pulse on the ground, and that sends a little trace of light along the floor to wherever the next objective is, and just the sound design on that and the sound design on that and how it feels haptically, just with the rumble, and it's very good. It's very good and very memorable. Alright, so here we go. Break the stained glass, go spectral. Okay, so I do in fact need to... Did I just come through here? Have I been here before? I don't think I have. Yes, I have, okay. I do in fact need to go up onto those balconies and hopscotch my way across. It appears without falling down at all. Dead Space? Yeah, Dead Space is much beloved. I think that might be one of the few that I have 1,000 they're not trophies, achievement points on my 360. Hello? What is this? This is this the way forward? Yes, yes it is. It's like the second time she has seen him running through in about as many hours. Whoops. Yeah, Dead Space did an amazing job of taking that that Gears of War RE4 style gameplay. Well, like RE4 set the standard, then Gears of War innovated on it by combining the third-person over-the-shoulder aiming mechanic with first-person mobility, and then Dead Space made that into a horror experience. Can't fall down. Just want to be very careful about what I'm expecting from myself here. So that descends down there. Yes, yes, that is the equivalent of a platinum trophy, that is correct. Shift back once on the roof. Now jump onto the right column and go spectral again. Now you should be able to glide to the right column on the other side. Do so and then jump to the left column and then to the roof. Alright. So, in physical form, I need to jump onto this thing. Okay, so far so good. Now, phase shift. And from here I should be able to glide there. Can't really see where I'm going. No! No! Oh my god, no! Oh. Am I really back here again? Alright, just kill me. I will respawn and let's see what I can do again. Are they really this passive without being provoked? Yeah, I swear, I mean, I did what the internet told me to do. Get the internet to be wrong. honestly think that my difficulty in figuring out where to go and how to do so in a timely manner is actually going to make the Legacy of Kain Defiance stream be the longest, have the most segments out of any stream I've done, and that is including the 7-part one for like Silent Hill Downpour, and I think there are a couple of other 7-part ones. Please do me the mercy of final death. There we go. Reziel doesn't have an insta-death thing like Kain does with water. You can just... It is a benign mob. I don't know why I'm respawning here. I thought I had a checkpoint somewhere before the very hard to read jump. I mean, the thing is, I've got to do that eventually. So I need to figure it out now, because I can put it off, but that ain't gonna stop the inevitability. Is there anything over here? Never looked. What's over here? Oh, this is just a corridor in the same direction. So, once I get back to that jump, I'm going to do what I have not yet done at any other point on this stream, which is... Water Reaver? Which is to go onto YouTube and look at how somebody else does it, and then do it, because the penalty for a failed experiment is so harsh. Or, if not harsh, just time-consuming. None of you, thank you. I am now quite curious what actually triggers them to attack, since they feel very aggressive in combat, but then when just allowed to idle, they don't do anything. Of value. There's that, but I don't really need the heal. There's another prisoner. Okay. Kain. Kain Defiance Chapter 8 is the very first first hit, so I am not the only one to be struggling with this. All right. Scrubbing for outdoor jump. Which I think, possibly to my shame, might actually have been something I was supposed to have done within the first, like, 20 minutes of this level. Lord, this is 2 hours and 2.5 hours long. This is a big, big level. Granted, this person is taking the time to fight every enemy, which I am not. To you, sir, or madam, congratulate your thoroughness. Okay. Got the mural, jump into the water, face shifting out. Bewilderingly returning. Okay, that's a time investment that I don't want to make on stream. I believe the word is flummoxed. That's how I'm gonna describe the situation. Try to solve problems live on stream when I do, but this is put me to shame. Okay. Old friend, great. Okay, because I am unfortunately coming up here on time, and I had thought that I would be a little further along than this. Alright, hold on, what do? You go way up. Am I supposed to ride this one? If I ride that one, I can absolutely make that jump. Okay. Okay. Alright, hands, please do good. Whew. Oh my god! Finally! There we go. Which sets us up for a good start when we play this for Legacy of Kain Soul Defiance stream number 8. Or 7, I think is the next one. Okay. But I'm absolutely not quitting until we get to a save point. I am pretty confident I could do that again now that I know what the proper thing to do is, but oh man. So I think your columns Vorador. Oh no. No, I destroyed his stuff, now he's mad. Thank you. Ah! A moment too soon. Nope. I would like this guy. Thank you. Oh, you're kind of stuck in the air. Gotcha.
This statue appeared to be the same hero I had seen depicted in the fountain room. This had to be significant.
Is that, well, no, I've already kind of ruled out the possibility that that was a depiction of Raziel. Oh! Missed the bus by a hair. Camera is pivot. Okay. I have to darken the orbs, it looks like. And oh wow, I remember this from back in like March or February when I started playing this game. You have to use all of these Reaver abilities. Okay, cool, there's a save point. There's one up there. There's one inside there. Oh, wait, I kind of remember now. There was one of these things in one of the temples that I thought I had to do something with Kain, but that was just an artifact left over from Raziel's run through the levels. Okay, I don't have what I need to get through there. that's good. Ah, okay. I gotta be in shadow form for that. Alright. Goal before clearing out the night is to get that one orb darkened. Oh, looks like there's one right underneath the switch too. That's useful. Oh, no, no! I made contact with that sooner than I thought I did with my Revenant feet. My charge died. Gotta go back and do this again. So we can do all this quickly now. Alright, take me up. Yes! Excellent. Okay, is there anything I need to get to from up here? It does not seem so. And while we're at it, there is one more. Let's get this guy over here. Okay, that's 3 out of 6, and that is a run of victories that we can start the next stream on. So, I'm hoping that next week's stream will be a little more progress-packed than this one. Hopefully we've got to be near the end. But, yeah, thank you everybody for coming out and watching Raziel, a Revenant, skulk around Vorador's mansion, trying to find where the proper locks and keys go. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming out, and I will see you next week, hopefully. Have a great night.